Good morning, Kram. This week we will be covering our wrestling team and our pep band.
We will also be covering the theater department and high school dating, and then end with the segment on Valentine's Day. All that and more on this week's Carry-On. Hello Rams, my name is Gabe Barton.
And I am Cade Warner.
Today we will start by taking a look at our wrestling team.
With their season well underway, we wanted to take a look at how things are going.
Let's go to Rogan to find out more.
Wrestling is one of many sports that we offer here at Rampart High School, and it's one of the most physically demanding. Let's zoom in on the people who play a part in this tough sport. With wrestling coming to a close, we decided to take a deeper look into what it's like to be on the team. We asked the participants what wrestling is and what it is to them.
Wrestling is a sport that's a unique sport. It's one that a lot of young men just grew up enjoying, and it's one that a lot of young men do to just grow up and learn to persevere and overcome.
So wrestling here at Rampart is a family environment of hard workers and dedication to an extremely difficult sport. Wrestling has changed my life, not only as a competitor, as an athlete, but as a coach as well.
Wrestling to me is just something like a lifestyle.
Coaches and athletes alike joined for different reasons.
Got into wrestling because I just was interested in it in middle school. It just looked cool.
Well, it was one of the only sports that were offered in middle school in 6th grade, so I just kind of started it. And
one of my friends told me to join the wrestling team, and I was like, sure, why not? You know, it's the first time for everything.
How I got into coaching is a couple of different ways. I did a lot of MMA, a lot of jiu-jitsu. As we get older, our bodies don't allow us to compete like we used to. So for me to stay within the combat sports, wrestling coaching is the next best thing.
I got into coaching because of the coaches that coached me when I was younger and the impact that they had.
We also asked what goes into wrestling.
A lot. It takes a lot of mental strength to be in wrestling, and it takes a lot of physical endurance to do what you do.
one thing that I struggled with that I think was definitely would have been more helpful was like staying on time and like always being there, so being persistent with it.
I'd say discipline, ambition. It requires a lot of skill.
Finally, Karen wanted to know what interactions were like between teammates and opponents.
I think that the wrestling community is very close.
My interactions with my teammates and opponents are all pretty good. Like, nobody's mean to each other, nobody's ever toxic.
When we asked, everyone said that the sport was a lot of fun. This has been Rogan Harris signing out for Kram.
Thank you, Rogan. We wish all the wrestlers and their team good luck on the rest of the season.
Congratulations to Lorenzo Gitto for getting third at regionals and qualifying for state.
Some of you may have noticed our pep band at basketball games.
We wanted to take a closer look at what it is like to be a part of the pep band.
Let's go to Teenan for more information.
The pep band is a part of the band that isn't talked about much outside of sports games, but a lot goes into these performances. Pep band is the soundtrack for our sports events. They get us hyped and energetic to cheer on our athletes.
Pep band is when all of the band members in Rampart come together to go play at basketball games and football games to just help support Rampart.
Pep band is a required thing for the bands, and we all show up and play some, I guess you could call it hype music to encourage the crowds to really get into supporting the basketball games.
It's just a fun experience to all get connected with everyone in the band and to be connected with the whole school. It's just a really fun thing to do.
The pep band supports sports games in many ways.
The pep band gets the crowd involved. We play fun music. Last week there were people dancing at it, and it really gets everyone encouraged to cheer and support the team.
It just brings a whole bunch of lively energy and just gets the players motivated and more encouraged. In my opinion, it helps people know that we're here to support them, and it just helps them know that they got this, and it rallies them up.
Preparation takes place before the games.
We kind of just warm up in the beginning and just read through the music and basically just go for it, honestly. We don't really practice in band class. We just go and we practice before the games. And so sometimes you'll hear us playing before during the JV game, and then we'll play at the varsity game.
We show up about an hour early before the games start and we rehearse our music all together, and then a lot of this music has been in the band program for a long time, so you slowly learn it and memorize it.
So we always have a call time, so we meet an hour before the game starts, and that's usually when we'll run the pieces that we're playing, we're planning on playing, or we'll add new pieces. So we have like an hour of rehearsal before each game, and that's kind of where we put that together.
Everybody has their favorite song to perform.
I think mine is Go Big Blue. That's my favorite song.
My favorite song, I really like Hey Baby. That's got a super fun bass line, and I play bass instruments. Land of a Thousand Dances, though, is kind of always going to be the best, I think.
My favorite song is Girlfriend. I think it's really fun.
Land. Definitely Land.
Each of the students loves different parts of the pep band performances.
I think the coolest part is that it's one of the only times that the entire band program really plays together. So we have kids from the marching band, the concert band, symphonic band, wind ensemble, kids from sometimes even from other schools will come and they'll play. And so it's a really, really great time to be united as kind of one big band.
I just like the community and how everybody's excited to actually be there and just play music, and it's at a sports game, so I like watching sports too.
I like that it's kind of like marching band, because that is my favorite thing about band. I like being able to talk to my friends and be a part of the school games, and also just decking out in blue and gold is really fun.
Next time you are at a basketball game, make sure to cheer for the pep band as well as tapping your feet to the music. This has been Tiernan Caps reporting for Kram.
Thank you, Pep Band, for all you do. Thank you, Tiernan, for the story.
Now let's take a look at the theater audition workshop that took place here at Rampart.
Let's go to Malcolm to learn more about the workshop.
Auditions play a major role in theater. From singing a song to reciting lines, Rampart's theater department recently held an audition workshop. Kram shed a spotlight on the process.
Some theater council members shared more on what the audition workshop is.
The audition workshop is usually about a week before the actual auditions, and we just kind of explain what goes into auditioning, how to audition, and what it'll look like after auditions.
You show up and Ms. Robbins will talk to you about good auditions and bad auditions, and you'll see some examples from our council members, and then we might learn a dance from the show, and it's just super easy, super fun, and it really helps you prepare for your audition.
Ms. Robbins, the theater teacher here at Rampart, shared more on who runs the workshop.
The audition workshop is for students to come and find out what it takes to audition for a show, what the requirements are, what the expectations are.
Students who were able to attend shared what they learned at the workshop.
At the workshop, they told us what type of songs or vibes of songs to do depending on what character you were trying to audition for, and they also gave you examples of how to slate and introduce yourself and what song you'll be performing and kind of do's and don'ts when you're auditioning.
I attended the workshop because I thought it was going to be super beneficial for me because I was auditioning for Cinderella and I wanted to be as well prepared as I could.
Lastly, theater council members shared why the workshop is beneficial to students who attend.
It's happening so that we can teach people how to audition, because a lot of freshmen that come in or other people that just haven't done theater before don't know how to audition, so they come in and we can teach them how to and what to look forward to.
It helps a lot of new kids learn how to audition if they've never done it before and they really want to. It helps them know what to do so that they can do it successfully.
The audition workshop sounds very beneficial. We hope those who attended gained valuable insight into auditioning. This has been Malcolm Debates, reporting for Kram.
Thank you, Malcolm. Now let's take a look at what it's like dating in high school.
Let's go to Drew, Alexis, and Cade for a look at high school dating.
As you know, tomorrow is Valentine's Day. As this holiday approaches, students, counselors, and teachers have all shared their opinions about dating in high school. There are many aspects to high school dating, many good and many bad. Kram asked students for their thoughts on high school relationships.
Well, I like it. I mean, I hope she likes it also. But I think it's amazing because we get to see each other almost every day with classes, and we're in very similar programs like French band, things like that.
I think high school relationships are good, and I think they're bad at the same time. I think in the same viewpoint, they could be either very destructive or very helpful. I think it can be a very good thing. I think it's very healthy to date in high school, but I also think that you got to find the right person.
We get to see each other every day, and we get to spend more time with each other because outside of school we do have stuff, but we still get to spend time with each other outside of school. But it's nice being able to have the interactions during lunch and any classes we have together.
I view high school relationships as a good way to experiment with what you want
from the relationship. We're at a good point in time where you can get things wrong and it's okay. We live and we learn. It's not like a full divorce or anything yet.
While there is an abundance of positive aspects of adolescent relationships, there are also some heavy psychological attachments that our psychology teachers and counselors touch base on.
I think the biggest thing of why we seek out dating is this desire to be accepted and a desire to feel like we are appreciated, that we're viewed in a positive light, and that we are, in a way, loved.
The big thing is understanding the difference between healthy versus unhealthy relationships. Like, for instance, 1/3 of all teens have said they've been part of a toxic or unhealthy relationship. And so the important part about dating in high school is knowing the difference between those two things so you have healthy relationships.
I feel like there's a lot of excitement and nervousness around, asking someone out, and then being able to, I feel like you guys call it the talking stage. And then I also feel like it's awesome that you guys get to learn about your own emotions as well as other people's emotions within a relationship.
Students and staff share their experiences and final thoughts with high school dating.
I've seen that people have gotten hurt in relationships, so I personally don't date anymore.
High school relationships are a good way to experiment with relationships in general. Lots of people think they're going to meet the love of their lives in high school, though, so.
There's been a few times where we've had a disagreement, and it's really good that we've been able to talk through those and stay open. It's been a way that we've both been able to mature, and also, I'm a lot happier, so.
I agree. It's definitely helped my communication skills a lot, and I've been able to be more open with people. I've found it easier, and yeah, I'm definitely happier too.
Yeah, so glad I found her with band.
But I really do see a lot of emotional intelligence with you guys. I feel like your generation is really good at picturing what a toxic relationship is, how to get out of it, how to reflect over yourself and what you're doing, and I think that that's amazing.
Thank you, students and staff who shared their opinions on this sensitive topic. While dating in high school can be an extraordinary experience, it comes with pitfalls. Be careful, Rams, and KRAM hopes you have a great Valentine's Day. This has been Drew Schlosser
and Alexis Walker
reporting for KRAM.
What an interesting angle on high school relationships.
Thank you, Drew, Alexis, and Kate. Now we have a segment for Valentine's Day.
Let's go to Vince and Gabe for more.
Hey, Rams, you might have noticed that love is in the air. And for some people, that's a good thing. Here's an important message on love.
Love isn't just for couples, it's for everyone. Help somebody feel loved this Valentine's Day. This has been Gabriel Barton reporting for KRAM. We hope you enjoyed that, Rams.
That's all we have for this week.
This has been Gabe Barton
and Cade Warner
signing off for KRAM. Boom. Fist bump, boom. Fist bump again. Snail, escargot, turkey, dinner plate, monkey in a cage, snowman, TIE fighter, gear shift, jellyfish, bigger jellyfish, little jellyfish.
It says Vinsu.
Vinsu. Let's go to Vinsu and Gabe.